Hello and welcome to another edition of Readership Reflection. My name is Sade Fadipe. I am the author of A Fun ABC, A Visit to Grandad, and Snowy Joy. And so today, being the last edition of the year, we are excited. And I'm excited because in the post, just as we were logging on, something in the box. So it's not in a box, so I'm not going to call it unboxing. I'm going to call it on enveloping. So say hello, everybody.
Hi.
Hi everyone. So I have my Christmas tree in the background.
Christmas tree.
Yeah. Okay, guys. She's got a Christmas tree in the background, and that's the truth.
Okay, awesome. Hi, I'm Olome of Esopip Africa. Hi.
Okay. My name is Temiloluwa Adeshina. I'm the lead learning officer at Readland. Glad to be here with these exceptional and beautiful ladies. Thank you. And we're traveling on this truck.
Where are you heading to?
We're traveling around all the states of Nigeria.
And are you going to start with Adamawa and then all the other?
I'm starting with my home state, Oshu State. That is why I'll take Auntie Sade's book. Yes, on everything. We're going to Mojakeke in Oshu State.
Nice! I love
it! Okay, lovely.
Taking the tour around all the states in Nigeria.
Wow, awesome.
Next after Oshu is Ekiti. Trust me, you'll see. Just for Ekiti.
Adeshina, your turn.
Okay, hello, it's Adesola Alli Circle. It's good to see you. Hi.
You're on the move, aren't you? That's awesome. Now, today we're talking about Christmas stories, and in a way, because Farida seems to have more Christmas stories than we do, she's going to choose 2 Christmas stories, talk about them.
You can't even send one to me. You can't send one to me. It's not fair.
Okay, so today we're going to talk. Our topic is Christmas stories, and I'm not sure if what I got in here is a Christmas story, but we're just going to go straight into what we plan to do. And at the end, I might show it to you. I don't know. Who knows? It might not be a children's book. But what we talk about children's books here. We talk about our lovely authors. We talk about the videos that we do with them and how they inspire us. So this is Readership Reflections. I've got all the books that were sent to me. All the books that were sent to me throughout year. And I'm going to mention them one by one. As you can see, the list is, lots of books. And, my passion is for families to have access to multicultural books. So, these are my Christmas stories. Just the fact that, there's so many diverse books that have been created for families, African families, global families that are interested in multicultural content. So that's what I will be showcasing today.
I promise kept.
Okay.
Can you say it?
Yes.
A real Christmas story. So this is actually a real Christmas story, as the name sounds. It's a new one. We just got it like a few weeks ago. And it's a story about a grandmother promised to tell her grandchildren about Christmas. And so they went to wake her up on, I think, Christmas morning and reminded her about her promise to tell them the story of Christmas. And then she tells them the story of Christmas from the beginning, from the birth of Jesus to everything about the Christmas story. So it's the real Christmas story. So it's essentially ends up being like a Bible story but there's characters outside of the Bible because it opened with a family storytelling time. So that's the promise camp. It comes with a workbook, which is fancy because it has lots and lots of activities. And we were asked to, so I run a bookstore. So we were asked to sell the two together. So if a parent is getting the book, they must get the workbook as well. So a promise kept, I just want to show you what it looks like inside. So you can see. And then I Can Smell Christmas just came out as well. So this one is about Christmas memories, trying to recollect all the things that the children were trying to recollect all the things that they had experienced from previous Christmas, like the smell of chin chin, the smell of the food, and all kinds.
Grandma's treasure. The children take their own children to grandma's place. So let's say the grandchildren are taken to grandma's place at Onireke in Ibadan. From the time I read Onireke Ibadan, I could how do I say, identify with the place because my primary school was in Ibadan. And in fact, it was sacred at Onireke Ibadan, same Onireke in Ibadan. So I was like, this is like my upbringing. It always gives me memories of my days in Ibadan. I think I didn't leave Ibadan until I think I finished my SSC. So it always brings back a nostalgia for me. So okay, so all the children, all the grandchildren now are always packed to grandma's place, and something nice like a mystery always happens to them. So now this book makes me reminisce two things: my upbringing in Ibadan and Famous Five. From the first time I saw it, Mystery at Ebenezer Lodge, that was the first one. I was like, is it not Famous Five? Wait. So when I opened it, it brought back that feeling of Famous Five. Five go to Kirin Island, five go to Smuggler Stop, five are together again, five on Kirin Island again, five go to. It brought back all those nostalgia of any dancing. Because I collected all those series, Ringo Bell Mysteries, Ragamuffin Mysteries. It brought back all those feelings. And reading this sequel, Grandma's Treasure, brought back those same feelings. As in, you feel some wordings. I'm like, wait, so are you sure the author did not peep into those books? But man, it gives you that same feeling because it's the same expertise, it's the same, love.
You probably grew up in the same place.
It is, though. But now she has brought it back to us in Africa. So I give her, I'm giving her a clap for that. She's brought it back to us. So now, a mystery normally happens when all these grandchildren come together to grandma's place. You find it here. And then on Christmas Day, hey, they are all having fun, jejely. And they're eating our normal Nigerian food. So if you want to find lots of Nigerian food, maybe your kids don't know about Nigerian food, you find them here. And they set the table well. They know how to cook well. They cook turkey well, turkey for Thanksgiving and all those things. You find all those elements here, get? So something goes missing. Grandma's wonderful necklace.
And you haven't told us who wrote it and when it was published.
I'm so sorry. Okay, so the book is written by Duni Olatunde. And I think her first series was nominated, Farida, from, I think, was it this LMG? Okay, so the first one,
Nigeria Prize for Literature.
Okay, Nigeria Prize for Literature. Mystery of Ebenezer Lodge was nominated. Okay. So this is the sequel to it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, lovely to find out about that title as well. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you.
What
Over
age
to
group?
you.
Okay.
Oh,
What age
okay.
group is
So
Grandma?
it's for older readers, but I think an 8-year-old, 9,
Okay.
it's till 11.
Okay.
A 12-year-old can read it. It's fine also for them.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, while we're waiting for Godward to come back, I'm just going to show you all the different titles that I've got. I'll do half and then I'll do the other half later on. And as I said, I'm the author of a fun ABC, also called A Visit to Grandad in the USA, and Snowy Joy. And on Wednesday, the 1st of December to the 3rd of December, Snowy Joy production is about place. Okay, so this year, especially because we're talking about Christmas stories and because I've got so many stories, all the books here for me are, are to be celebrated. So I've got Cameron the Cleanup Kid, Super Cameron the Cleanup Kid by Bridget Antwi. I think she's Ghanaian, but this was published last year. And I like this because it talks about global warming. It talks about keeping the environment, but in a very creative way. Another Ghanaian young author, Yaya's Wash Hair Day. You may have seen her on Instagram, and she's got a puzzle to go with this book. Really, really lovely. I like it. Princess Adesola and the Mischievous Uncle by Habi Akinteye. Yes, she was on the fanfare as well. Lovely book. Gogo and Sim Sim, and this is the one with the grandparents where she did the rap. Yes, where they all do a rap. So there are 4 different raps in this book. I'd love them to do probably like a play, a drama of this one. Tanimoje by Bolanle Nike. She was on the fanfare. Kilodeti Omafo Owore. I like this one. Kilodeti Omafo. And she knows that I like languages, so I'm happy that she sent this to me as well. We love the book. Dolly May, you must know Dolly May, my really good friend, Carol Nelson. And that's about it while I hear about somebody else's books. I know that I was being told that my Snowy Joy is going to be reviewed, so I think this might be the time to kick me out of the room. Let me see. I've got to go. Bye-bye.
Just pass the baton to you. Right on.
Okay, so I'm talking about Snowy Joy. I don't have a copy of it yet, but I read the e-copy and I can't wait till I get the physical copy. So like we've mentioned, grandmas are very prominent during the Christmas holidays. Grandmas want the kids to be happy. So there's a girl called Adana and her grandma, and they go on a trip to St. Albans in the United Kingdom for the holidays, because Adana turned 10 and one of her uncles invited her over for the holidays, and she was really excited to see snow for the first time. I knew a lot of children really want to see how snow feels like. I know I felt like that when I was growing up, that how does snow really feel like, the excitement, that was really, really a thing. And I know a lot of children really want to know how snow feels like. So that was Adana's excitement to actually travel and feel the snow. And the book talks about, the start of the story talks about Adana mentioning while she was on the plane. So Adana and her mom and her grandma went to the airport, they boarded a plane, and then they were going to see her uncle. And on the way, Adana wrote a letter to Santa. And, on the flight, there was something that happened, breaking news. Something happened. and she used that to, you know, send a message to children in need. And that's a question I'm really interested in finding out. That did everything just happen in a coincidence? Because a lot of interesting things happen in this story, and you know, there was so much that this book talked about: oil spillage in the ocean, the fishes in the oceans. You know, they need to, very important topics on climate change. You know, all the fish, you know, dying. You know, so it's really an interesting book because you get to learn about so many things. And there was a country that was at war, and the children there needed help. You know, at the start of the story, there were some reindeers. There were some reindeers, and you know, Adana felt that it was her wish, her letter to Santa, that got the children to get to the United Kingdom. You know, but you know, it's a Christmas story. Talks about fairness, about family, pictures. It's for ages 7 upwards. It has really beautiful pictures. In the pictures on Christmas Day, you see that daddy is really hands-on. He's in the kitchen, he's helping to cook, you know. So it just tells you that everybody puts in something together. And in the story, it was a story where children that were separated from the war area, there was a country that were at war, you know, and they just enjoyed the holidays, and they learned so much in the 2 weeks that Adana traveled to the United Kingdom. And the story was really, really interesting. It kept me on my toes, I must say. I didn't stop until I finished, you know. So I hope that other children will also enjoy it, and it will, you know, keep them glued till they finish the story. So well done, Mrs. Fadipe. I can't wait to have it. All right.
Okay. Right.
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead. Yes.
Okay. So the book I'd like to speak about today is called Christmas in Lagos by Abimbola, Sharon, Salu, and illustrated by Maria Nicola. I like this book simply because when I looked at it and I read it, I felt very nostalgic about it. It talks about Harmattan. Harmattan is the season in Nigeria where you would find Christmas. What I liked about this book, especially while reading it to my children, is that the American media, I would say, or the Western media, has done a lot to create a certain image of what Christmas looks like. And that involves snow and, you know, presents and all of that. But when reading this book with my children, they could see how Christmas was for me in Lagos while growing up. It wasn't about the white Christmas or presents, you know. It was about the, you know, we had the Harmattan season, not snow. We had jollof rice and all of that, not roasted potatoes in the oven, you know. So that's what I really enjoyed about it. And at the beginning of the book, in Ronti's class, all her classmates are talking about having Christmas in other places in the world, other countries. And I guess maybe she thought it was quite glamorous and that Christmas in Lagos would be boring. But then her teacher gives her the assignment or task of keeping a diary and recording all the fun moments she has during Christmas. And by the time she gets back to school after the Christmas holiday, she has been able to realize that Christmas in Lagos is actually fun, different from other people and other places in the world, but it is fun. So I like that about the story. It's a really nice read. It's a picture book. I'd say it's good for ages 3 and above. However, you can share the pictures with a younger child as well, like a 2-year-old. Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much. It's lovely to know. It's lovely to know about Christmas in Lagos. And I think someone has tried to reach out to the author. So hopefully she will get back to us. Just after the fanfare, I got 6 books. Remorimi Makes a Promise, Meet Queen Ya, Saves the Golden Stool, awesome. Mansa Musa Builds a School, Queen Kitami Makes Friends, Shaka Zulu Learns to Dance, King Arbery Cooks the Best Jollof, Airborne the Exotic Elephant, Captain Excellence and the Great Hall of Fame, Captain Excellence and the Little Big Orange, Dolly May and the Magical Enchanted Garden, Kilode Tea Oman for Aurora, Animal Jeff, Who Am I, Ugo and Simpson, Power Cut, Princess Odessa and the Mischievous Uncle, Yaya's Hair Wash Day, Super Cameron the Clean Up Kid, and I'm not sure what's in here. Is anyone rolling the drums?
Smell joy.
Rolling the drums? Anyone rolling the drums?
Smell joy.
It's a book.
Let's see.
It's a book.
Let's see.
2 books.
Okay.
My Christmas present. It's 3 books. It gets even better.
The mosquito
3
bite.
books. I'm going to show them to you all at once. All at once. All at once. Ta-da.
We've seen
No
it
Thomas
already.
books.
Ta-da.
Oh, okay.
Ta-da.
Mosquito bite.
Ta-da.
The Igbo.
Awesome.
The Yoruba.
Awesome.
I'm jealous of your library. I'm coming to your house.
Awesome. And interestingly, oh wow. So it's the mosquito bite that changed Olu's life in Yoruba language. Beautiful book.
And English.
Yes, and the mosquito bite that changed Olu's life in English. And Chioma, this does look like a Christmas present, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And Chioma, the orphaned pup, became a princess. So I want to say a big thank you to all the authors that have entrusted their books to me and trusted me to talk about their stories.
I just had a random question. You know how I was talking about the book and talking about how in Western media or in the American media, Christmas comes across as snow, Christmas trees, presents, Santa Claus. I'd like to know from all of you, what elements do you think make up a Nigerian Christmas? Or
Christmas dress.
Or yes, I would say a Nigerian Christmas. I would not say an African Christmas. Perhaps because we haven't, well, I haven't visited a lot of other African countries. But given the theme, I was just wondering, is there like one element?
Santa's grotto.
Christmas clothes, new clothes.
Going to sleep at Christmas.
Amatan. There's always this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like Temi said, it's Hamatan, you know. So I talk about Hamatan. It was still Hamatan in Lagos, Nigeria.
It was still Hamatan in Lagos, Nigeria. During this season, the sun wakes up to the cold, dusty winds gusting in from the Sahara Desert. By noon, the temperature reaches the top heat, making the air hot, heavy and dry. The evenings are cooler and less humid, but even the moon has no escape from the hazy Hamilton sky. Adana dared not leave home without a dab of Vaseline on her lips and body lotion to keep her skin moist. Dry chapped lips and powdery skin are the telltale signs of the Hamilton's harsh arrival. The Hamilton season is filled with great hope. It is a time for lots of engagement parties, followed by weddings with brides in white flowing gowns. The proud bride and groom's mothers and friends will be elegantly dressed in the same cotton, lace or silk attires and huge matching headgears.
There will be watch night services beyond midnight, fireworks to mark the crossover, and parties till the crack of dawn. By noon, colourful masquerades that are massive and skinny, stretching high and crouching low, will dance along the streets to the rhythm of the talking drums, and so much more. Adana and Grandma were going to miss out on these things, all for the sake of snow. Adana began to feel unsure of her adventure and all that she had given up for it. She started to wonder if missing Christmas at home was going to be worth her search for snow.
Is snow as awesome as it looks in the movies? What if I can't stand the cold?
She asked herself.
Just so that children can see things from a different perspective. And this is the power of books. Books take us to places that we can't physically go yet. And this is why we love celebrating books and talking about books. So it's lovely that we've had all these stories, and let's empower our children. I think, Farida, if there's any way, if there's a link that we can put against this video so that parents know how to contact you, how to get Christmas stories, indigenous Christmas stories across to their children. Let's make it happen for families this year. Let's make it happen. Let's give them a different type of Christmas through the books that we create. See, I've had a fantastic and amazing time with you ladies.